People always ask, is it worth it to run mapped solo dungeons? And the answer is always no. It is not worth it for fame, or silver, or anything. So today I'm going to show you. I'm using this 6.2 light crossbow set. This is more of a PvP set than a dungeon clearing set, but I can clear dungeons with it just fine. This set's worth about 378,000. We're going to be running some tier 7 solo dungeon maps. And let's go ahead and pop this bad boy, and it's sending me to Sandrift Steppe. And this is always a bad idea. It's a huge waste of time. And I'm going to show you what you should do to be as safe as possible. And even then, that won't guarantee it. These maps only cost about 12,000 silver, so it's not a big deal to me. I'm going to take the invis here, and we're going to go out to the black zone. And I just want you guys to know that there are hack programs out there that not only let people see that this is a mapped dungeon that is spawned, but they can see you while invisible. So they can even know what you're wearing while invisible. This, like, see that big crowd of players that just rode by me? Chances are one of them hacks. Now, I'm going to enter this dungeon. I'm not going to eat a fame cake or anything. I'm just going to enter the dungeon. It's going to make me uninvisible. There are other invisible players around me that could have seen me go in. Now I have to wait 90 whole seconds. I'm going to click the log out button. When this reads 210, I'm going to give it a little bit of extra time for someone to possibly load in. And that will mean that the dungeon has closed behind me and people can't invade. Now, I am a PvP build, but my armor does kind of suck here. Like, for instance, my armor is only a 5-1 cleric robe, so I don't get a lot of HP from that. So someone that comes in with like a 7-1 PvP build or something will absolutely just destroy me. I'm basically equivalent to a flat 6 at the moment with some high spec. I'm very confident that I can fight people in this this build because, like I said, it is a PvP build. Though in a dungeon, like this is more of an open world like build. In a very close encounters dungeon, this build won't fare too well. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if someone enters the dungeon. Remember, other people riding by might see this dungeon like, oh, a dungeon. And they'll enter it if they want, especially if they have, like I said, those radar or those hack ESP programs that allow them to see that this is indeed a mapped dungeon. And those programs also, some of them at least, will tell them if someone is inside the dungeon. So a lot of people run this program, they ride around, wait until their hack tells them that there's someone in a dungeon, and then they invade it. So we have technically 10 more seconds till the dungeon closes. But if someone else enters, you know, like say they enter right at the last second, and then they have like a 5 or 10 second loading screen, then that puts us in trouble. So technically, it's closed now. Hopefully no one zones in, and we can start clearing the dungeon. Remember, this is a tier 7 mob. It's been increased by 16%. I'm just going to run through the dungeon as quick as possible here. And I'm going to eat this cabbage soup, and we're just going to see how much loot we get. Remember, I'm risking a little under 400,000 silver with this set. It's not a big risk for me, but it might be for newer players. And I don't really expect to make much silver from the bosses in here. Let's go ahead and cast a mine on that, killing this. And now I can be a little less paranoid about nameplates, you know, coming up behind me and stuff. Also, you'll notice too that I'm starting to have slight mana problems. This is because the weapon I'm using is slightly stronger than the armor set that I'm using, and that tends to happen quite a bit. So, what I'm going to have to do is maybe switch my helmet to regenerate mana, because I'm not using the shield for anything, right? So I'm going to have to eventually get around to doing that, just to speed things up a little bit. Also, those mobs bugged out and their HP reset, so that's not good. But you can see the fame, like even with premium active, fame's not that good. It's not. See what kind of shrine we get. Now, if I get into a PvP fight with this buff, it's basically an auto win for me. Also, because I have soldier boots, I can switch to Wanderlust and chase anyone down. And Caltrops make this really easy to chase people with too. This is one of my more comfortable and favorite open world PvP builds, and it was used by Jacko UCD, which is like the 4th best PvPer in the game on West. So it's a tried and true build that has results. Very good, awesome build, and I think it's okay for clearing dungeons too. I would say I don't need to engage these enemies, but this buff gives me reflect, which puts me in combat. So I do have to kill them. So this is the first floor completed, and like I said, we're 5 minutes in. 5 minutes, I could have done 2 yellow zone dungeons by now. I could have completely clean swept 2 yellow zone dungeons, possibly gotten a jackpot. But you shouldn't really run dungeons at all. Like, it's not, I'm not saying that yellow zone dungeons are better at this point because they're so bad. There's no point in doing them at all. What I'm saying is that there's no point in doing any solo dungeons. Tier 8, even Tier 8.3. If you find a Tier 8.3 map, you make more money selling it than you would running it. That is a fact. There is zero reason to run them in this day and age. They are old, outdated content that there's been plenty of patches and added new content to the game that there's no reason to ever do them. Also, I'm going the wrong way. The the real way to go is this way. Alright, once I get low on mana, I'll swap the helmet out. And you can see that, yeah, if I were like 8.1, 8.3, of course I would do this slightly faster than I currently am doing. But not by much. Like, I'm wearing cloth, so I'm maxing out my damage. I'm not wearing a damage offhand because those are insanely expensive. I'm using a cooldown reduction offhand, which is pretty damn good for, you know, what I'm trying to do here. All right, let's swap to mana. I don't need the shield or anything for the bosses. And if I do, I can always just swap back. 1 and 2 and double tap that. And then I can 1 and 2 and then double tap that. 1. I'm just trying to keep up with my Q spams here. And I'm starting to run out of mana because I wasted my helmet to try to get a cooldown. I didn't think I would go out of mana on a boss fight, but whatever. He's about to do a spin here, so I will have to go a little more defensive. I'll take a few hits, it's fine. I've got the spec, I've got the gear, we're okay. 3,930 fame, that sucks, that's terrible. I can go kill an open world yellow zone mob and get more than that. This is only 8,600 silver. That's like skinning 8 Impalas, which is 1 pull. I can do 1 pull of Impalas in like 10 seconds and make that silver. And again, that's just a green chest. You know, if we get a purple chest, if we get a yellow chest, you know, it could be better, but it's not. It doesn't get better, guys. Yellow zone dungeons are awful. If you see other YouTubers are like, oh, here's my cherry-picked footage where I made 180,000 silver in one dungeon, and yeah, you can make that amount. That's called a jackpot. And what I want you to do in those videos is I want you to, 1, check their murder ledgers to see how many times they got killed by invasions. 2, check the days of premium remaining in the top right here. When you see that number jump around, you know it's cherry-picked, because they didn't do it all in one sitting. I always do my recordings, I sit down, I'm like, what do people want to see? And then I record that, and I do it in one sitting usually. Unless it's like laborers or something that take multiple days to show off. I don't sit here and record like 100 dungeons only for me to get like a lucky jackpot in one of them and then be like, oh, this is what every dungeon's like, you guys. Because it's not. That's not fair to you guys. Also, I didn't switch my helmet ability, apparently. Or, no, I switched it to the wrong one. Yeah, you can tell I don't really ever use the mana regeneration. This is yellow zone stuff, right? Like, when I'm running yellow zones, I don't have mana problems because my gear's all 8-4. Okay, let's switch to mana. Oh man, this is what it's like to use crappy gear, isn't it, guys? Feel the pain, feel the burn. Yeah, imagine if someone had a really slow loading PC, they could sneak up behind me. It's very doubtful though. Also, you get stunned way longer in these dungeons because they are tier 7 and they're upgraded. So let's heal and then let's get our mana back. And there we go. And we are all set. We're about to fight a blue chest boss coming up here. I know the tile set, so that's why I know that it's a blue zone. Or not blue zone, but blue chest boss. It's Arthos. I think, is it Arthos or Artos? I don't know. We'll figure out in a sec. And 1 and 2. And I missed the mine explosion. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not playing this perfect. I'm not playing it too slow. Like, we technically cleared the dungeon in like, we got here and cleared it in like 9 minutes. It's not so bad. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and I'm gonna get some mana back because this is a longer fight. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. See, I'm just that's the rhythm that you gotta get into, right? And look, I'm dealing good damage here. It's just mana is kind of a problem at the moment. I'm gonna have to only do my Q spells. And we already mana regenerated once this fight. And that's it, I'm out of mana. Okay, well we had enough to kill him. 10,000 fame, that's it. That sucks, that's terrible, and that's with premium. Okay, look at that, 21,000. Look, I kind of broke even on the map cost a little bit. This is worth 29,000. Okay, the map was worth, what did I say? It's like, was it 11k or 20k? We'll do another one. We'll do another one because that was a crappy map. But here's the thing now. I have to get back to town safely. And there's another dungeon that spawned there. Isn't that funny? So look, oh, that's a big chest about to spawn. Luckily, I have a shield and town is right there. And, you know, so far so good. But if there's a, if you're deeper, oh, my shield's already gone. I am now vulnerable to being murdered. And, well, you can see that guy turn. He inspected me. These guys are all inspecting me at the moment. That's fine. I'm already in town. This guy's following me, actually. Or maybe he's just going to town. Look, that's a gank set. That is a ganker right there. That's a cheap-ass gank set. Okay, let's go buy another map. We'll go again. And lucky for us, we made it to town so we can depot our winning loot. But look at that. That was only, what, less than 30k? My set's worth 300k. We got to run 10 maps to break even if we die. Okay, maps are only 11,000. Let's buy another one. Okay, cool, cool. Let's pop it. And it's taking us over that way. So, we're going to go run to it. Same thing. We're going to take the invis. And, yeah, these suck. Like, this is a complete waste of time. Don't do this. I don't know how to show you not to do... Oh, this is really close to town. That means we're going to get a lot of bad boys. Oh, man. Yeah. This sucks. There's going to be, like, people that see me enter this. And, oh, there's actually a battle about to start in 11 minutes in that zone. Okay, cool. And now we do the logout trick once again. I have no bubble, by the way. People can attack me immediately. Because this is so close to town, people might jump in here and fight me. They really might. And it worries me a little bit. But, you know, you get to see me die, I guess. You know, there's people that like that. Last time I filmed a video similar to this, we had a guy worth $1 million that jumped in a dungeon. I murdered him, and, well, actually, no, I invaded his dungeon. I wasn't doing dungeons. That was not the point of the video. I entered his dungeon as the invader, killed him. He had a legendary, it was a tier 8, like, 0.1 or 0.2 map or something. He had a legendary chest in there worth, like, only, like, 80k or something. I forget how much it was worth. It was really crappy amount. But yeah, this is not good fame at all. This is not good might or favor or anything. This is, like, I've made 70. And, like, I did one whole dungeon, I made 70. This is the first time I've stepped in the black zone on this character in, I don't know how long, months. 70 might. We need to get to 20k to unlock the chest. It is available. I got 19 hours to unlock it, right? Like, it ain't happening, dudes. It's not, like, not with this content. I gotta go to Mists for that. There we go. Dungeon's closed. Let's move. Let's, move our butts. There's no mob there. That's troubling. Someone could have already run in and started clearing this. There's no mob here either. Oh, no. We got mobs. Okay. So, you know, that could have happened. Someone could have ran in and just ran ahead of us, started clearing, dude. And, you know, we would be the invader, even though we're the ones that did the dungeon. The silver drops these guys have are absolute garbage, by the way. I'll show you, like, the small ones, they drop barely anything, okay? 92 silver on the small guys. The bigger guys, 369. This is with premium. This is not good. This is not good raw silver drops at all. It's terrible. Very, very bad. Don't do this. Also, I did make a mistake, and the mistake was I didn't switch back to my PvP skills, especially on my helmet, when I left the dungeon. You forget to do that, right? Especially if you're not in practice. And so, like, what good is regenerating my mana gonna do in a PvP fight? I need the shield. The whole point of wearing this helmet is so a curse staff can't instantly win against me. Let's see if that kills. Nope. Okay, we can auto him, though. That still doesn't kill. Oh, man. Double tap these guys and get the shields up. Go ahead and throw a caltrop. Alright, we got an item drop. Oh, it's just a tier 4 treasure. I get those in yellow zones, bros. Like, nothing I've gotten so far I don't already get in yellow zones. And I would have had so much more clear by now. We're 15 minutes in. My average clear time in a yellow zone dungeon, 1 minute 45 seconds, 0 risk. I can watch anime. I don't have to sit here and wait 90 seconds for a dungeon to clear behind me. I don't need to clear those guys because we're off to the next floor. Again, as another, you know, the first floor, no chest. You hate to see it. That's like bad luck, but it's how it is. Again, the dungeons suck. I don't know how to tell people enough. If you get a dungeon map, if you find one, sell it on the market. Sell it to some sucker. Don't use it. And yeah, you can be like, but I made 2 million. I got a 2 million drop the other day, Soul Benji. Dungeons don't suck. Congratulations. You went to a casino and you played the slot machine and you got a jackpot. Wow. I'm so happy for you, bro. Like, for real, though. That's exactly what it is. Is you went to a casino and you got a jackpot. See how we use the explodey barrels there? We're big brained on these dungeon runs, lads. Now, this is actually a purple chest possible coming up here. Purple chest. Not legendary, but still purple. There it is. Oh, it's a tome. Is it a tome chest? I think that's a tome chest, boyos. That sucks. Every time I record, tome chest, man. But the reason a tome chest spawns is because there's so little loot in the... Yeah, it's a tome chest. We're not doing that. That sucks, dude. That sucks. You know what? I'll do it because someone in the comments is going to be like, how many tomes is in a tome chest in tier 7 mapped dungeon? And I will answer that for you. It's not enough. Just stand out of range here of the fire. There we go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and dance and dance. I'm gonna wait for him to do another fire wavy attack because I don't want to get knocked out of mana regeneration. So I'm waiting on that. And yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna regenerate mana. Got it back. Cool, cool. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and that was that worked. Okay. Fine, fine. Here we go. Only 21,000. Only 21,000 fame. How many fame tomes do we get? It's not enough. It's only 90,000. This is 90,000 in fame tomes. You may be thinking, 90,000, dude. That's a lot. No, it's not. That's 90,000 in fame tomes. That sucks. That's like 2 pulls, 1 pull. It's like 1 or 2 pulls in a static, bro. It's not even. It's so bad. Not for all that effort, okay? It's just not worth the effort. I just want you guys to understand. These dungeons suck. Even if I got a legendary chest, it's gonna have like 80,000 in it. Here's the reason why. Okay, like a month ago, there was a major patch, and they nerfed the hell out of solo dungeon chests. All solo dungeon chests, just basic group dungeon chests, all nerfed. The only chests that got buffed were the Zerg versus Zerg chests, the castle chests, you know, those kind of chests for those kinds of players. Us solo players, you know, we're taking you know, all the heat, and they're getting all the reward because they want to incentivize group play. It sucks. It's awful, man. I don't want to play in a group. Groups don't want to play with me, or they want me to serve them. They don't want to actually be friends and stuff. All right, we got a 3-floor dungeon. Not bad, not bad. Still not good, though, either. So far, still no loot in this dungeon, by the way. We're 18 minutes in, and we've earned 30,000 silver. Okay, well, I got this. This is 15k. So we've earned 45,000 silver in nearly 20 minutes. This is with premium. Okay, this is with premium in a black zone. You know, Reddit's always like, hey, go to black zone. Soul Benji stupid. You know, go. You see all these Reddit like testimonials. I go to the black zone and I make money. I love the testimonials that show how stupid they are. They're like, I went to the black zone and I gathered and I made 500,000 silver in 2 hours. And I'm like, ew. Ew. Like a valley girl, like, ew. Like, really? Alright, we got another purple here. Another purple boss incoming. Hopefully it's not a freaking tome chest again. Damn those tome chests. If it is, this is it. I'm not doing another dungeon if it's a tome chest. I'm just telling you right. It's not. It's not. We got a real chest here, boyos. Alright, that's 2, and then that's 3, and then we have the red buff with us, so we can really capitalize. It's the same freaking boss again, though. So we're gonna just kind of wait that out. And I waited out on the map dungeons, okay? In yellow zones, you can tank that shit. No problemo, right? Catch this, dude. I'm so cool. I got a big old cannon, bro. I actually stood in that. I shouldn't have stood in that. That's fine. Because we're going to regenerate our health and mana here. No probs. And yeah, this is with red buff. Yep, got him. All right, cool. The first purple chest of the video. Well, we got cannon dudes. All right, here we go. This is 311k. That is a small jackpot. That's not bad. It's not bad. We still have to get home with it though. Okay. Let me show you what the jackpot is. The 8-1 Scholar Sandals. This is where all the money's at. This is 228,000. Okay. The rest was what? Some of the bags of silver there, and yeah, that's called a jackpot. That is, I put some money in the slot machine, and it got a bunch of matching lines or something, and it's going ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding, and everyone's looking at me. All the old ladies are starting to squeeze my big muscly arms at the casino, and you know, the lady. Oh dang, I'm getting clapped here by by the big boys. All right, and then I got the, you know, the hostess is coming over, offering me alcohol. I've got the e-beggars are like, hey, can I have that, dude? Come on, man, I just lost. You know, I'll if I win it back, I'll double it, and so on and so forth. So there you go, first jackpot of the video. And look, a lot of people say I try to slander the Black Zone, right? That I'm like, oh, I'm so anti-Black Zone. If that was truly the case, I would just start the video over and not show that. But that would not be credible. You know, I do want to show you jackpots. I do want to show when the world works in your favor, and you get that. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, you could do this for hours and not get that. You could sit here and do dungeons for hours and hours and hours and not get that. And I'll also tell you right now that I could get the same results in the Yellow Zone with zero risk while watching anime and movies without having to play so damn hard. Like, I'm actually having to look at my health bar here. I'm having to, you know, look at my mana bar and look at my cooldowns. When I play Yellow Zones, I just right-click past all the enemies and they die. They just burn up to death with a Stalker jacket or whatever, Spectre jet. I don't remember the names right now. I don't care. But here, no, I gotta actually play the game. I gotta actually look at what I'm doing. Well, these big boys will, you know, clap my face in. I hate this pull. I gotta, like, get them closer together. It's always so hard to do. They always stay apart. There we go. That way I can AoE them down. The most awkwardly placed mobs in the game. What you got for me? We got another tier 4 treasure. Ew. So, again, we still have to get home with these boots. Now, we're right outside town, so that's a good thing. Ah, dang, I pulled the boss. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do it. And, yeah, we got the little mini mobs dead. That's fine. You can take the boss, no problems. I actually stood in that though. That is a problem. So when he spins, I guess I'll just cleric robe it because I'm actually in a little bit of trouble here. I could potion this. I can always reset. It's not a big deal. And repair bills aren't a big deal anyway. So let's see. What do we have? Let's go ahead and run away from that. Pretty sure we got that. There we go. Not too bad. And we got 89,000. Now here is another, this is a little mini jackpot. This is not quite a jackpot, but this is like a good winning hand at video poker. This is 90k worth right here. No, I'm sorry, that's 36k. It's the silver bags. So there we go. Now we have 400,000 on our character. Not terrible. 400,000 in 20 minutes. That's all right. That's not, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not bad. Not bad. But we gotta get home with it. We gotta get back into town with this, okay? Also, there's a 5-4 ore that unlocks in 7 seconds? Oh, they're gonna fight over that. That's gone. That's fucking gone. There's no way. If I ran up and tried to tap, like, look at all these dudes. If they were dismounted, I would be dead. Alright, so we got 418k there. That pays for the set. If we die, we made a little bit of money. Alright? But if we die, like, 448 versus 373, so we would make 70,000 if we were to die. All right, let's buy another one. We'll keep going. We'll buy another map, pop it, and this is map number 3. There we go. We're going to Far Shore Bay. That's over this way, and let's see how much might we got now. 203. It's not a lot. Oh, it's really not a lot. I got it even biz. Oof. Alright, so here we are, going out once again. This one's a little bit further away. We might have to use Journey Back to get back to town instead of riding into it, but we'll see what happens. you know, this one's a little bit further from the gates. And yes, I know there's methods to run solo maps a little more efficiently. I know that you can go to the roads and find a tier 7 road with hideouts. And there can only be 3 maps up at a time. So you pop all 3 maps. You clear one dungeon. You pop a map, it pops up in the exact same place. And you can chain them back to back to back to back. I know this, but that is so time consuming to find. I don't run Portaler. I don't have a Discord that shows me where everything's at. I don't know people that hack the game and map those damn things out. Alright, let's get in here. There's a chance that an invisible bro saw me enter. You guys know the drill. 90 seconds. Here we are. Of course, I could make this last bit spicy and just start clearing without waiting. But no normal player should ever do that. And I don't want to do that. I really don't. Because every single time that I do that, someone invades. And I want, if they invade, and if they don't have a shield, I'm nuking hard. I'm hard nuking to force them to leave. But what happens is, almost everyone that sees, especially if they see me in a dungeon, right? I don't know about you guys, but if they see my name in a dungeon, they're phoning all their friends up, and they will surround my dungeon entrance until I leave. And you can't journey back if people, because when you journey back, it lowers your shields. And if I try to run back, well, they're all going to be on wolves and swift claws and other catch mounts. And it's over. It's completely over. Especially since I'm in the corner. So I am just waiting the timer out here. And then we're going to run this dungeon here. See how much we get. Our food buff's a little bit on the low end. We might have to switch our armor to heal if that's the case. Because again, we're a little squishy. Our armor could be a little bit better. But hey, you know, most new players, they're not going to have this much health anyway. So it's as close as I can get to their power. Also, I mean, the weapon is strong, but again, it just eats through all my mana. And that's just to make the video more snappy. Otherwise, like most new players, they're going to take 10 to 15 minutes to clear a dungeon. We're at 27 minutes. We got 2 dungeons cleared. Portal is, or the dungeon map is now closed. Let's move forward here. Let's try to do it a little bit faster this time. You know, just kind of hitting all the skills here. And I can't 2 or 3 shot them, so I have to actually like hang out and attack them for a while. It kind of sucks. Got a tier 5 treasure. Alright, we're upgrading a little bit. Go ahead and finish the giant off there. You see, the cabbage soup is going to heal me between pulls, so I don't have to worry about, like, using my armor's regeneration ability to have any downtime. It just speeds up clearing. Just makes it a little bit snappier, a little bit easier. Alright, we got tree ant. Once the shapeshifter weapons come out, you can transform into one of these bad boys. And we got red buff. Awesome. We love to see red buff. I don't have guardian helmet maxed, apparently. It's level 89. We gotta level up on it. I forgot I never bothered to max that out. I'll do that later. Maybe. Alright, this is possible purple boss. Or no, fountain boss. One of the two. I forget. This is a fountain boss. I'm gonna skip it. I don't care about the fountain. Get the tier 4 treasure. All that's going to do is increase my fame gain or silver gain, and I don't really care about either of those. I would rather just finish the dungeon. Alright, we got buffing mommy lady. Throwing down her ground buff. It's not a big deal. In group dungeons, that buff is scary, but solo dungeons, you can still kill them. It's just like, why are you wasting your time buffing your ally when you could be slapping me around? It's funny when you fight those mobs one-on-one, they have a spell that makes you shrink. It's very cool. It's the E spell from one of the maces. I forget the name at the moment. It's one of the more common PvE maces. Also, I could if I had my hammer, I could mine this tier 7 stone rock elemental if this was a group dungeon, but it's not. So, yeah, these guys are mineable in group dungeons. I always thought that was neat. I wish all dungeons let you do something like that. It's so weird. It's like one guy had a cool idea, they got it into the game, and then they didn't follow through with the rest of the dungeons. Alright, we're going to finish off Wizard here, and then we're just going to run through the next floor. I didn't need to use my boots, but I just felt like, just wanted to be, you know, I just want to be cool. Alright, everyone wants to be cool. Even if they don't admit it, they secretly, deep down, want to be cool. And we're just going to blow those guys up. Shoot the bear. Drink the bear. Explode the bear. There we are. Bear down. I don't know if this is an item drop, so that's why I backtracked. Let's see what shrine we get, boyos. We got blue. Blue buff. Very cool. Now we have very fast cooldowns. It actually works well with this build. You know, just having really fast and snappy cooldowns. We can kill things moderately fast. If I can get the cape proc right there. There we go. Kill these. I'm going for the boss first. It's just a green chest. It's whatever, man. Like... And you can see I'm just dumping spells. Because I got blue buff. I don't have to worry about mana. And that lets us kill the boss much faster. Didn't mean to stand in that, but whatever. It's fine. I was looking at my buff bar. And that is 13k. Again, not that good, but hey, it's green chest. Who cares? Alright. Let's see if we can take these out quick. Having a little bit of mana issues here. That's fine. We got our helmet back. We're going to go ahead and let the helmet do its thing. Item drop over here. Still nothing good on the raw item drop. Sometimes you can get some good stuff, though. Like, no joke, man. Go ahead and tase both of them down. 2 and 3. And then double tap while she casts buff. Perfectly timed. So, like, she'll continue to channel this buff the entire time, even though all of her allies are long dead. So 1 and 2. 3. Go. I don't even need to stand near. I just, like, every time I run off and gain distance, they always, like, they always drop an item and I have to backtrack. Easy fight. If only they were more rewarding. Can't do anything about that, though. This is a possible purple boss, actually. This is actually one of the harder purple bosses. Yeah, purple boss, here we go. And it's the in-dungeon boss, so it won't be a tome chest. That's good. That's at least two real, you know, purple chests. Dungeons are pretty easy with this build. Can't complain. Very smooth. Our food buff is about out. We can't use the food buff during the boss fight anyway, so it's perfectly timed. You know, it's 30 minutes of solo tier 7 map dungeons, bros. All right. I don't know what she's saying, but we're just gonna shoot her with the rockets and caltrops and all the good stuff. Oh yeah, she just fully healed there. Was she bugged? I'm not gonna have the mana to fight that. I gotta reset. I think she bugged. I don't think she out healed me. All right, let's start that over. Okay, we're gonna open with a double Q. I'm gonna get a little bit closer because she was full health. Alright, so she's gonna do it again. And yes, that does heal a lot. I don't have an anti-heal. I'm just gonna have to out DPS her. And so this is a gear check at this point, right? It's like, can I even do this? I should be able to, right? And then these little things, they're not a big deal. Alright, so this is a big damage dump. I'm gonna have to dodge that. Always dodge the attacks. Yeah, we got her. And then double tap the Q. Boom, down she goes. Alright, cool. So, purple chest number 2, 194k. Let's see, where is the big money in this one? This is the cape. Capes and bags are considered jackpots. It's just tier 5, but it's still a jackpot nonetheless. Alright, because it could be dangerous, I'm switching to shield. I'm also going to up my cape to tier 5 for every possible advantage I can get on the way back to town. So, everything is all set. Let's get Wanderlust up and exit. Actually, I want to exit with more mana. I would prefer to. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be alright, but we'll see what happens. Do we make it back to town? Do we make it back? Let's find out. Alright, so we're going to journey back. I don't see any nameplates. We got an enchanted mob over there. There's something there. My curiosity is very... Oh, that's a dead body. That's a dead body with loot on it. We'll come back. I don't need to come back and check it. It's probably already freaking, you know, it's already yoinked, dude. I can trust it. Alright, so this was 30 minutes of Yellow Zone Mapped Dungeons. And it turns out it wasn't so bad this time. It wasn't actually all that terrible. But we did get 2 jackpots. 2 jackpots out of 3? You know, that's being lucky at the casino, boys. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can go hours with 0 jackpots. I just want y'all to know that. But here's, hold on, we're gonna swap the cape back. There it is, 677,030 minutes. All right, and you know, in an hour that's 1.2 million, which it's actually not that bad. Okay, we did spend 30,000. That's 640 if you want to count it that way. And we were risking a setup worth 373,000. So it's all whatever. But I hope you, I don't know what this video is anymore. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys find it informative. If you want to go run tier 7 mapped dungeons, and tell me what kind of luck you have in the comments. I'm curious. How many did you run to get this amount of money per hour? How many times did you die? Because usually by the 7th or 8th run, I usually end up dying. I'm going to say that right now. I like, when I look at my spreadsheets, on average, every 7 to 8 runs, I'm dead. And it takes even longer to get a jackpot. But hey, because I'm recording, and I guess, you know, the powers that be want me to put out a video showing a good result and not a bad one for the Black Zone. Here it is. Here it is, you guys. Reddit can finally agree for once. With that said, guys, you know, please leave a comment. I have no social life. And the only thing I get for socialization is reading and responding to your comments. I don't really talk to anyone else ever. Yes, I know, sad life. And yes, I'm just quick selling these. You can judge me all you want. I don't care. Other than that, though, make sure you subscribe because I'm really close to 100,000, and that would be so cool to get, okay? So help me out with that. Finally, if you want to become a channel member and learn how to do really cool things like flip the market and all sorts of good investment things for Albion Online, these are private, personal videos you can access via membership. So right down below where my cursor's bouncing, there's a join button. It's $5 a month, just like on Twitch. If you want to support me, every 2 people that get the channel memberships, I can eat 1 rotisserie chicken. So keep me fed, boys. Keep me happy. I'll keep making videos for you. And finally, on the right side of your screen is a video that you should absolutely click. If you don't click it, then you're going to overcook something in the microwave.